Hi, this is going to be a makeup tutorial video and it's a first impressions video as well. I'm going to be testing out this brand new palette by Urban Decay and it's their Born to Run palette. I absolutely love this. It's got a flip over design which I love because it's handy to hold it like this, and you've got the mirror which you can see there, and those are the colours. Absolutely beautiful. But today, as you can see on the eye makeup that I'm actually wearing, I've concentrated mainly on this corner here with a little bit of these two here, but mainly these greens and these greys. So there's a mix of mattes and shimmers and they're absolutely beautiful. Really, really impressed. They're a bit powdery, but that's fine. I know that when I create another look, I will not be adding my foundation and concealer first. So in this video, I show you me applying my face makeup, doing my eyebrows, doing my eyelashes, the full works really. It's not just my eyes that I show you, so I show you it all and show you what products I use. So if you're interested to see, ooh, I'm leaning forward. So if you're interested to see how I created this green, shimmery, dark, smoky, peacocky mermaid look, well, it's not really mermaid, but it's just the colours. They're just so pretty. I love them. Carry on watching. So as I always do, I'm going to apply my foundation and concealer and everything to my face first, and then the eyeshadow. So the foundation I'm using today, I've got two. They are L'Oreal and it's Infallible Pro Glow. These are amazing. So I've got a lighter colour which is 202 and then a darker colour which is 206. So I'll be mixing those two together. This is the foundation brush and this is a 102 Silk Finish. Really nice. So I'm just going to mix that in my hand and then start apply it to my skin. And then to really press foundation into my skin, I go in with a beauty blender. And this is a Nancy beauty blender. And it feels amazing. I've just dampened it down so it's big and squishy and it's so cold, it feels so nice on the skin. Next I'm using concealer and it's a Tarte Tape Shape. Tarte Tape Shape. Shape Tape. What is it? Tarte Shape. I always get this wrong in my videos. Tarte Shape Tape. And it's in a fair neutral. So I'm just going to put that underneath my eyes. Now again, sometimes I apply it after I've done my eye makeup, but I do prefer to apply it now, in all honesty. Also applying it to my eyelids, and this acts as a base for my eyeshadow. So I'm not going to set the whole of my face, but I'm just going to set my eye area, and I'm using my new Zoeva face brush and it's a 106 powder brush which I love, and I'm using a translucent loose powder by Affect, sweeping that over the eye area and on my eyebrows. I leave the rest of my face makeup now until right at the end. So the next thing I'm going to go on to is eyebrows. And the products I use are a mix of Benefit Goof Proof, and this is in shade 3, and Benefit Precisely My Brow in shade 3, MAC Shape and Shade Brow Tint Liner in shade Fling, I think it is. So I use a mix of them. I start off with my Goof Proof and I fill that in my eyebrows. I need a new one now. This is only a mini one. It costs £10. But so you can see the nib there. So I use that to fill in and give me a sort of base for my eyebrows. Then I go in with the Precisely My Brow and create a stronger underbrow and tail end. And then I go in with a MAC to create more fluffy strokes. And then I finish off with some clear eye gel. Let's start with my Goof Proof. So I'm just fixing that in place. So to tidy up my under eyes, I'm going in with an Eyelure Brow Illuminator pencil. So using my finger, I'm just blending that in. So I'm starting off up here, and this is called Breakaway. Now this is a matte base shade, so I'm going to be using that all over my eye area, and that will set the under eye pencil that I've just added, and also it'll just give me a really nice clean matte powdery base to apply the rest of the powders. So I'm just using an Eco Tools brush and just packing that on all over my eyes. This has actually got a slight shimmer to it, only subtle. But I don't normally go for a shimmer when I start off applying my eyeshadow like this. but I much prefer a matte, but no, it's not too bad. The colour is quite nice. Using a Zoeva 228 Luxe Crease brush, I'm going to go in with Weekender, which is this one there. So that one at the top there. I'm just swirling that on my eyelids and covering quite a bit of the area. Not right up to my eyebrows, but just underneath. I really like this colour actually. I didn't think there'd be much colour coming onto my lids, but it is. It's a really nice, subtle, like pale brown, which is what it looks like in the palette, but yeah. So I'm just applying this all over my lid. Very similar to the first colour I applied, but concentrating more on this area, not right at the top. Coming slightly out to my eyes, and then like a little V. I've noticed there's quite a lot of fallout on the actual palette. When I tap the colour on my brush, you can see, woo, it's quite powdery. But by tapping it, there's loads coming off, which is a bit unusual from other Urban Decay eyeshadows I've tried. From memory anyway, I can't, I'm not too sure. I suppose because this is like a first impressions, I'm more aware of it. Right, using a 231, it's Zoeva Petite Luxe Petite Crease. I'm going to go straight in there with a vibrant colour, and I'm going to go to Wanderlust. It looks stunning. It's that one there. So I want to concentrate here, the outer corner. Ooh, this isn't looking as green as what I expected. It's looking quite black. It is quite a dark, very dark green. It honestly looks black. So I'm just swirling it onto my lids. I just want to concentrate the colour in this outer corner here. Circular motions. Just building it up. And then slightly bringing it down here, because I will be winging it out a little bit. But I just want to do it in gradual steps. Building it up as I go along. You can see that it's sort of coming upwards a little bit. It is looking slightly more green, and I've got some fallout as well. Should have put on concealer afterwards. Never mind, never mind. Just brush that away as I go along. I have got a funny looking triangle-ish. So it's slightly curved, slightly down there, and it finishes in the middle of my eye there. So yeah, it's not as green as what I'd hoped. That's what the colour looks like there. See? That's what the colour looks. It's quite green. It is a dark green, but it looks a lot darker on me. It looks almost black. So I'm just going to do the other eye. So I'm using a Zoeva 228, it's another brush, it's a clean one, and I'm going in for Big Sky, which is just below that one that I just used. Again, just circular motions, but this time I want to go all over my lid. I do like this colour, so I'm concentrating, just going really like that, just in that crease area there, slightly high up, just where I finished where the darker colour is there, just bringing it over from there and down, so it's like concentrating down, bringing it out. That's really pretty, I really like that. On to the next eye. So just bringing it slightly down here. More in the corner I want this colour, see, so I want it to be quite vibrant and quite... It's got a mix of silvers and greens and blues, which is really pretty. I am going to have to go underneath my under eyes with a spot of concealer to tidy it up afterwards. I can see there's quite a lot of fallout with this palette. I just love it. I love it. So that is Big Sky. So what shall I do now? I'm going to darken up the outer corners. Using the same Zoeva brushes I used for the darker green, the one that looked like black. It's the 231, and I am actually going to go in with more of a grey colour, so it's a drift. So far I've used that one, and that one, and that one. So I'm concentrating on this corner here. So I'm just darkening up the very bottoms here. Ooh, I like that. I really like that. I love grey eyeshadow. Grey and blue, or navy blue. Oh, I love it. I've bought a new palette actually. It's a Makeup Revolution one, and I wasn't sure whether to get it or not. But I really like the colours. Really lovely, and there's one particular colour in there that is stunning. So I'm hoping I really like it. So that should come in the next couple of days. But I'll create a grey and blue eyeshadow look with that. So again, I'm just concentrating in the very outer corners of my eyes, circular motions, and if you can see this, slightly edging it up and over, but not a lot. I love this colour. This is like a gunmetal colour, really pretty. Really pretty. Right, before I do all the blending, I am going and adding any more colour. I'm going to do my under eye. So taking a 225 Luxe blender, I'm going to go in with a Pig Sky, that vibrant colour first, and just sweep that all underneath. And then going back to the brush that I used, that gunmetal colour is the 231. I'm going to use that gunmetal colour. I'm just going to do the outer corners. So it's just going to look like a little V on the corner of my eyes. There's a heck of a lot of shimmery shades. So the only mattes really in this palette are the warmer colours, so the coppers, the oranges and the browns. Nearly everything else is shimmery. You have got some, you know, you have got nice mattes and everything, but it tends to be the vibrant colours and the jewel type colours to be metallic or shimmery colours. So using a smaller brush now, and it's a 230 and it's a pencil brush. I'm going to try out the Stranded, which is this one. And there. I'm going to add that in the inner corners of my eye. And if, oh, I love, gosh, these colours are so pigmented. Oh my word. I'm just doing it very lightly. I love this pencil brush. Love it, love it. Very lightly in there and in there. And then where I've still got the colour there, and just bringing it slightly over. Only a little bit, because I don't want to get rid of the colour that is already there, but it's just to fill in that gap. Oh my word, I love it. It is so cool. I think you could do some amazing looks with this palette. Obviously I'm doing this now because I wanted to push the boat a bit. I wanted to see what this palette can give me as far as a dramatic eye look, you know, can do. So, oh, I love it. I'm hardly touching this colour, Stranded, hardly touching. It is just such a beautiful, beautiful shimmery gold. Oh, it's lovely. They're fab, absolutely fab. So I've got a lot of tidying up to do now, so I'm going to get a clean brush, a Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Definer, and I'm going to slightly blend it all in, just lightly. So mainly at the edges really, but this is just to create a softer look and to make sure all the colours are blended in together well, and underneath there. I put a little bit of gold up here, but I think it's too much, so I'm going in with a Breakaway, which is the very first colour I use, and I'm going to try and lighten just my underbrow that way. Oh, I know I've got some tidying up to do underneath my eyes, but my dilemma is, do I add a wing or not? Let's add a wing. But before that, I am going to tidy up my eyes. So I'm just going to go off and I'm going to use a little bit of makeup remover to take it just a little bit off there, and then go back in with my foundation with the sponge it all in. Then I'm going to apply concealer, and then I'll come back to you. Just going back using the 228 that I had the green on, the gorgeous bluey green one. I'm just going under my eyes a little bit, just to bring that out a bit. That's my eyeshadow done. I'm going to put a black wing and I'm using a Super Cat by Soap and Glory. So there's my wings. I'm going to go in my waterline with a Marcel, and it's a waterproof eyeliner, and it's in a brown colour. So this is going to be in my inner waterline. And then I've got a new, it's Larizzi, and it's an eye pencil in black. So I'm going to go on my top waterline. I'm going to be wearing false eyelashes, so I'm going to put a little bit of mascara on, and I'm using Benefit Bad Girl Bang. It's quite pretty colours. I can't believe the colours. They are so pretty. Really, really, really vibrant. Really vibrant. Oh, I love them. Absolutely love them. So on to my lashes. And I got these recently in a beauty box. It's called the Pip box, and they're one of my all-time favourite lashes. Now they're not as fluffy and soft as some lashes, but I just love the size because they are smaller than usual and they are corner ones, so to create a really gorgeous oval look to your eyes. Quite wispy on the ends there, but oh, I love them. So it's by the Vintage Cosmetics Company and they're in Style Betty. So that's my eye makeup done. Now onto my face makeup. So using this powder brush, I'm going to use it for my bronzer because I can't find my bronzer brush anywhere. And it's my usual, my favourite. And actually I have downsized my makeup for the next 5 to 6 weeks. A lot of my makeup are in boxes, stored away, because we're doing up my bedroom. Or we're doing up our bedroom, I should say, my husband and my bedroom. So I've just kept out the bare basics of my makeup, so, and the items I love. So yeah, it's L'Oreal Back to Basics, and it's their bronzing powder, which if you've seen any of my other tutorials, it plays a big part in all of them. So yeah, so I'm just swirling that on. I need to go out now. Where can I go? To the shops. So I'm just creating like a figure of three sort of look, a bit on my nose, on the top there. Using the blush in the selection as well, it's called Life's a Peach, and I always use it, I think it's gorgeous. Using a Zoeva brush, it's a Luxe cheek brush. Just add a pop colour here. And using the highlighter in the range, the L'Oreal range, this is La Vie en Glow. I'm using a Morphe M510 brush and just swirling these two together, although one is broken. Ah. So this is my highlight. Using a Barry M lip liner in shade, it doesn't tell me what shade it is, 01H6, I don't know, it was in a lip kit set, but it's a nice sort of nudie colour. I've gone over all my lips for that, and then I'm using a Primark, and it's a Nude collection lip gloss, or lipstick gloss. Now I can finish with a spray. I'll zoom in a bit to show you. I'm just looking in the viewfinder now, but you can see all the colours mixed all together. And yeah, no, really, really nice. Very pigmented, blends super easy. Yeah, I just really like the colours. I wanted to go for something a bit more funky, a bit more different, a bit edgy and a bit dark. Yeah, no, I really wanted to use those greens as well. So the interesting fact is that one of the greens, the dark green, looks more like a black, but I think with that peacocky, shimmery, silvery, bluey green blended into it, which you can see up here and underneath, I think that really sets it off. They all complement each other really, really lovely. So really, really chuffed with this palette. I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to finish off my hair and I'll get back to you. I'm definitely impressed with this palette. There were a few little shockers, obviously with the colours that I talked about, but also there's a lot of fallout. It is quite a powdery palette on the colours that I've used so far, so bearing that in mind, when I next use this palette I won't be putting any facial makeup on first. I'll be doing it all afterwards, which is not something I usually like to do, but yeah, some palettes, some eyeshadows, you have to do that unfortunately. But because they're quite shimmery and quite sparkly, I had quite a bit of iridescent type purpley peacock looking cheeks, so I had to get rid of that and I had to apply concealer again. But I absolutely love this palette. The colour range is amazing. There's quite a few different shades there. You can get a heck of a lot of different eye looks using this palette. I will be doing more on my channel and I will be incorporating it into different looks in the future as well. So this palette is not going. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and following along, seeing what I got to do with this palette. And if you did, it'd be lovely if you give me a big thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel for lots more videos to come. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.